Hello friends, welcome to the new session of Hospital and Clinical Pharmacy Practical. Myself Miss Malvi Rajendra Bhavsar and Pharma in Pharmaceutics. So, Hospital and Clinical Pharmacy. First, we should know what is hospital pharmacy. Hospital pharmacy is the department in a hospital which is working under the direction of professionally competent and legally qualified pharmacists. This department takes care of manufacturing of pharmaceutical in bulk, dispensing of narcotic and prescribed drugs, storing and dispensing of biologicals, preparation of injectables, stocking and dispensing of professional supplies. Then objective of hospital pharmacy is to serve counsel as a counseling department to the patient, medical staff and nursing staff, to participate in the research project to improve upon time to time, to plan, organize and direct the pharmacy policies procedure in keeping with established policy of hospitals, to professionalize functioning of pharmaceutical service in the hospital. Then comes clinical pharmacy. Clinical pharmacy is the patient-oriented service. It includes the dispensing of required medication and advising the patient on the safe and effective use of all medication. The pharmacist is providing service to the patient and medical profession through his comprehensive knowledge of pharmacological, pharmacokinetics, and biopharmaceutical principles. Through the application of this knowledge to the existing clinical situation. Objective of clinical pharmacies are to render the pharmaceutical care, to focus the pharmacist attitude, behavior, commitment, concern, ethics, knowledge, responsibility and skills to the provision of drug therapy with improvement of patient quality of life. To maximize the patient's role in the drug use process. So now we'll start our today's first experiment number 1, to know your hospital and clinical pharmacy laboratory. So learning objectives are, first is intellectual skills. In intellectual skills, student will be able to understand the concept of working of each laboratory equipments, to interpret the result from the observation. And motor skill, it is ability to operate the instrument, ability to observe, ability to follow the safety precautions. Now we'll see some concept. So first concept is regarding laboratory experiments. These are expected to develop intellectual skill, motor skill and attitudes in student. Means while performing a laboratory experiment, student will be able to understand the use of different equipments and instruments that which covers under intellectual skill. Then in motor skills, they will be able to study the observation and analysis of result, and it will develop the positive attitude in student while performing in the laboratories. So it is said that laboratory experiments while performing will be developing intellectual skill, motor skills and attitudes in the student. The logical thinking. To develop logical thinking, student should work with system approach, content analysis and sequential planning of laboratory work. Okay, they have to sequentially plan the laboratory works, then how they are going to start the laboratory work, what procedure they are going to follow, what are the requirements in the laboratory works, what they are getting the results and how to analyze that result. Then comes content analysis of that whole content which they have planned, and then following the system approach. These three will lead to the logical thinking, which will help to student think logically while performing the practicals. So we'll start with the first equipment. The first equipment is autoclave. So autoclaving is nothing but a process of heat in which saturated steam under pressure is allowed to penetrate through the material at temperature of 121 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes, and the pressure is 15 lbs per square inch. The measurement of time begins when the temperature of material being sterilized reaches 121 degrees Celsius. So this equipment is autoclave. It has a screw caps which will have to open the lid of autoclave. This is air vent. It has a pressure gauge where you can record the pressure adjustable safety valve. It has a stainless steel hollow vessels in that vessel we are supposed to keep our substance which is to be sterilized. It has a perforated metallic basket so that steam is generated from that metallic basket, and it has a point of electric mains which is attached to the socket for supply of electricity and for the purpose of heating, so that steam will be produced under the pressure. Then next instrument or next equipment which is supposed to be there in hospital and clinical pharmacy lab is hot air oven. This hot air oven, this process consists of subjecting the material in a hot air oven at the temperature of 170 degrees Celsius for the 1 hour. And fats, oils, powder, glassware, surgical catgut, and surgical instruments are sterilized by this method. So hot air oven has a asbestos gasket. It has the electrical heaters. It has a perforated trays. On this tray you have to keep your substance which is to be sterilized. There is an electric fan which will produce the heat. Outer case is there, asbestos. Then it has a regulator for adjusting the temperature. And it has a vent. Then HEPA filters. They ensure the laminar airflow and remove the particle as small as 0.3 micrometer with 99.97% efficiency. HEPA stands for High Efficiency Air Particulate System. This is laminar airflow bench, means horizontal laminar airflow bench. It is a blower. It has a pre-filter from where the air is filtered. From blower it is blown to the HEPA filters, and HEPA filter will filter that air which will move to the cabinet or protective skin, and this airflow or air will be the aseptic air. And under this aseptic air, we are supposed to seal and fill our containers with sterile formulation. The next equipment is membrane filtration assembly. This assembly is used for the preparation of water for injection. It can be used for the preparation of water for injection, sterile it. So it has a pressure tank. This is compressed air, filter air. It is compressed from this. This is vent valve. It has a membrane filter holder and solution which is to be subdivided aseptically. It is divided by this pipe. This is membrane filtration assembly. Then this is layout of sterile product manufacturing, because in hospital and clinical pharmacy lab we are supposed that it should be having aseptic area. So this is entrance, pre-entry wash, gowning area, cross bench. Then AL means airlock system. This is airlock system 1, 2 and 3. It has a quality control area where quality control tests are performed for sterile manufacturing. This is department office where documentation is done. This is filling and sealing area where your ampoules and valves will be filled and sealed. Air handling units means it contains laminar airflow as HEPA filter. This is compounding area. We are going to compound, it is mix all ingredient and drug together. This is preparation area where you are going to prepare, means you are going to keep all the ingredients, collect all the ingredients required for the formulation and equipments or instrument required for the formulation you are going to collect in the preparation area. Then this is inspection, labeling and packaging area where you are going to label the container and having a secondary package. This is finished good area where you are going to keep the finished good after the sterilization. And this is sterilization unit where you are supposed to sterilize your formulation. So this is how the layout of sterile product manufacturing is there. Okay. These lines indicate pass through, and this dark black lines indicate the entrance. This is the entrance for each area. So this is what we are going to conclude in this topic, is that for autoclave, the temperature required is 121 degrees Celsius, pressure required is 15 lbs square per inch, and time is 15 to 20 minutes. And for hot air oven, temperature is 170 degrees Celsius, at least for 1 hour. So thank you friends. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.